Good morning, natural gas. It's Wednesday, August the 12th, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company. And for the spot September natural gas contract, we're up 2804. Right now, up 3.7 cents or 1.34%. We're up on stronger weather demand and a little bit better news from LNG. Let's take a look at the daily chart here. As you can see, the reversal pattern has been confirmed, and we are pushing out well above the 13-period exponential moving average. The RSI is positive, open to the upside. So our near-term target, 927. That's the 48-period exponential moving average. We'll see if we've got enough momentum to carry it. Tomorrow's storage report expected to be plus 36. That's a mixed bag versus last year and the 5-year average. So let's take a look at the hourly chart. We are pressed above the daily pivot, which came in at 2.777. We are above now first resistance here at 2.809. We're slightly below that at the moment. The RSI is trying to turn lower. So it looks like we're probably going to be stuck here between 2.777 and this first resistance level here at 2.809 for the moment. We're looking for some more bullish catalysts. Let's take a look at the weather. And here is that 6 to 10 day outlook here. The above normal temperatures are based here in the southeast. This is from Texas all the way over to Georgia here. And we'll see on the heat risk map, this is some very extreme temperatures. Let's take a look at the 8 to 14 day, and it doesn't look that much better. As you can see, the above normal temperatures are locked into the southeast. This is going to continue power generation here, hoping that this will kick in natural gas demand. Let's turn to the front to back spreads, and right now this is Jan versus October here. We're just above our support here at 125. We're currently trading at 126.5. The RSI is still pointing lower. That 125 level, if we're above it, we're going to be injecting. If we're below it, we're not. So that's a critical level for me, in particular here, that 125. Let's see what we do over the next few weeks, because we still have increasingly looking like a super El Nino conditions. And let's turn to the ERCOT grid here. We're going to be just over 89,000 megawatts here, system-wide demand. But look at renewables. Renewables here over 51%. Wind is kicking in and solar is still king. As you can see, that means that natural gas is just over 25% of the fuel mix, but it is only 17,250 megawatts. So we're not getting any help here, even with the warmer temperatures at the moment, because solar and wind are combining to take the lion's share of the market fuel risk. And let's turn to the grid for the rest of the country. Yesterday, we saw some fireworks in SPP. Here's PJM, also going to be expected to be near 109 today. SPP over 132. Sorry, we're looking at MISO here. Let's just refresh here for a second here. 1 second. And there's MISO going to be about 136. So right now, that's our pain threshold here. SPP, PJM, and MISO. Let's take a look at the extreme heat risk here, and this is the heat risk for today. Right now, we're looking at over 3 million people of extreme heat risk in Kansas, Oklahoma, parts of Texas, Missouri, Arkansas, and in Florida. This continues as we move through the forecast here. Thursday, there's 10 million people. Friday, 19 million people. Saturday, 29.6 million, mainly from St. Louis all the way down toward Atlanta. And as you can see on Sunday, it gets even better for 29.8 million people under extreme heat risk, major heat risk, over 52.4 million people. So natural gas should catch a bid here on this extreme heat, and slightly better news for LNG. Let's turn to the models here, pushing this past the 19th here. And let's take a look here. You can start to see triple digits are still on the board here as we go through the forecast period, all the way out through the, looks like about 27th here, I think. Yep, there it is, 27th. And so right now we're still looking at triple digits are going to be locked into the Texas area as we go through the forecast period. Let's just go back one step here. There we go. And as you can see, there's still some heat along the east, Baja Peninsula here down South Texas as well. Let's turn to Europe, and Yes, it's baking in France, but there is some good news on the forecast here as we move through the forecast models here. You can see it starts to bake here today into tomorrow and Friday, although some cooler temperatures are forecast to come in next week. That's good news. There you can start to see some relief here on Sunday. There's Monday coming in here and some colder weather coming finally through for France, giving it a little bit of relief here. That's good news as we move further and further through the forecast. The heat stays to Eastern Europe. What about storage? Well, storage is just 59.4% full across the EU. That's okay news. We're still grinding along the lows here. We do have some problems, but again, we tend to peak out in storage injections this week. That's right. We peak out in the EU this week. And let's take a look at places like France. We're going to talk about France in just a second. They're grinding along the lows here as well, just under 61% full. Last year, 80, almost 81% full. So, not good news across the EU, but as you can see, prices are starting to reflect that with the Strait of Hormuz still closed. We're looking at up 3.61% here for TTF for the September contract. What about France? Well, the heat wave is causing some problems, in particular up here in northern France with some jellyfish. They've actually had to employ some boats to go out and harvest this from the canal. This is the North Sea here. We'll pull it out a little bit. As you can see, this is Gravelines up here in France. This is the facility here. It's got 6 nuclear units, each capable of 900 megawatts. They've blurred it out for security reasons, but actually, reactors 2, 3, and 4 have been shut. Number 5 was down for maintenance. Number 1 is only 50%, and number 6 is at 100% until they clear this jellyfish problem. So the warm temperatures are causing some marine activity. Let's take a look at Asia, and right now, as you can see, Typhoon Dolphin is pushing in moisture into Japan and parts of Korea, and especially the eastern provinces of China. This is good news there, keeping things cool. Even some cooler temperatures over in India. As you can see, we go through the forecast period, and then next week, there it is. We start to see the warm temperatures start to show back up. This is Friday, next Friday here, and there's Shanghai right here, capital city Beijing up here. And as you can see, the pattern starts to go right back where it was before. Warmer temperatures are coming in. So let's take a look at LNG. And here is Ras There's nothing loading here. That's just a products tanker right now. As you can see, there's congestion building up around Qatar, building around Abu Dhabi, all the way up here in Iran, because they are also under blockade, and of course, Oman. So let's take a look at the US, and there's Cameron LNG doing very, very well here. That's fantastic news. Freeport steady as she goes, up to 1.2 almost. Maintenance is ongoing and will continue for at least the next week. And so hopefully we'll see some improvement by the end of the month. How about Creole Trail? This feeds Sabine Pass, and there's some open capacity there. But over at Corpus Christi, there's almost no capacity. It's running hot here. That's fantastic news. How about Venture Global? This is Calcasieu Pass. Well, same availability here, over 400,000 as they continue to expand that facility. And over at Plaquemines, they've eased up a little bit here. There is some open capacity here running about 3.7 out of 3.94. But the good news here, Golden Pass, steady as she goes here, now over 558,000. That's about 2/3 of the Train 1 capacity. Good news there. Hopefully, as weather cools off, they'll start to ramp this up even higher. And on the tropics, very warm temperatures out in the Gulf and below Cuba here, as you can see. And why are we mentioning that? Because there are some storm systems, 1, 2, and 3. And what does it mean? Well, this one up here has a 50% chance of development. The one back here coming off the coast of Africa, only 30%. But right here, 80% chance of development. That's right. It's fighting against the Saharan air layer or dust, which is just above it here, but it is pulling some of the energy off of this system behind it, as well as the system to the south. And let's take a look at 92L. That's the one that has the highest potential of developing. And as you can see, it is getting right underneath the Dominican Republic here. There's Cuba and Jamaica. So this is good news here for possible development because these water temperatures, again, let's go back. There was water temperatures right in here, 82 degrees, 83, 85, all the way into the Gulf here of America, 86 degrees. So watch out because this system, if it makes it, if it survives the next 48 hours, then this system is right in the perfect spot to become a threat to the United States. And let's take a look at the Gulf of America / Mexico. We do have a storm system coming off of Florida right now. We've got a system off of the Yucatan. This high pressure system is going to come off of Florida here, move slightly west. It is going to run into this dry line that's coming across western Texas right now. So that will increase some storm activity. And here is the Saharan air layer. It is a huge plume. More is coming off of Africa here. So if this system can survive and get through this dust, wow, it's got some very warm temperatures ahead of it on the waters, and that could be a very, very interesting system. Let's turn to the oil and gas E&P sector. Stocks between $2 and $10 billion have a high short float over 10%, and it's unfortunately a sea of red. Crude oil is down. And there is actually BKV up now positive 0.87%. Behind the CNX down 0.61%. So recapping here, the spot September natural gas contract currently up trading to 2813, up 4.6 cents or over 1.5%. The RSI is still pointing up. That's good news. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.